Alright everybody, like I just said, if we hit 750 likes on this video within 24 hours, we're giving away $150 in XRP or something else. All you have to do is press the like button, subscribe, and comment down below what your favorite coin is. And today, we already gave 2 people some money. You can be the next one, so comment it down below. Today, a lot of people came up to me and said this right here. Former Ripple CEO Chris Larsen wires 75 million XRP following large anon wallets sending same XRP amount to his address. Former Ripple's chief executive sent 75 million XRP to anonymous wallet after 2 major anon holders sent 37.5 million each to him. So I'm kind of wondering what this is all about myself. There are a couple scenarios that went through my head, but as we all know, and like I've been telling you guys for long as well, Chris Larsen has a ton of XRP. He has a ton of it. So really, us worrying about 75 million XRP, I mean, it's something we can do, but in the end, it's not going to matter. All right, it could be one of his friends. It could be some crazy businessman who wants to, just do something. We really don't know. We're not going to know. And I just think that this money here, you have to divide it by 4. And this $20 million, for example, yeah, he at one point was worth 40 billion. So why would we worry too much about all of that? The transaction came after 2 anonymous wallets had sent him 37.5 mil. And maybe what happened is he didn't want to accept it. Maybe some deal was made. Maybe he didn't want to accept it. There's a lot of theories that we can go over, but I don't think we'll find the exact result of what happened here. So don't worry yourself too much about it. Don't think this is a bad thing. He's not going to be dumping it on us. The person he sent it to, you can check the wallet. You can check everything out if you think they're going to be dumping, but the chance is pretty damn small. All right, having said that, a lot of the things we've been talking about earlier are coming together right now. And the digital asset investor also just posted on Twitter, XRP up 50% in 30 days. Now, yes, guys, it is no joke. XRP is up like crazy over the last couple of months. Look at this. 30 days, we're up 53.33%. It is completely insane. And now one of the reasons I'm really happy with all of this is because finally it kind of looks like this holding has paid off. I mean, if you bought a month ago, you're up 50%. That is huge, right? That is really ridiculous. And I don't know if it has something to do with all the theories we've been making in the last couple of days about the, all the banks hopping on, the real true value of XRP being kind of shown piece by piece, or what exactly it is. All I know is that this is going to be huge, and I'm really excited to see where it's going to be going. But I'm really positive about the price, and I'm really lucky and happy that we bought some more. Now, we're not the only ones, right? Last couple of videos I've been telling you, whales and billionaires are buying into this coin like crazy as well. It's no joke. It's no joke, we actually got some extra evidence. Now, one part was the 30 whales we saw in yesterday's video that were buying into it, and they actually upped the average amount of XRP that people hold as well, at least in the top 0.01%. But today, we also see from Coin Percenter, he said, Grayscale just doubled their investment in XRP since yesterday. Wow, right? Just really wow. Grayscale 1 day ago. Update net assets under management, holdings per share, and market price per share for our investments product. Total AUM 5.1 billion. You can see exactly in here what it all entails. AUM 3.7 million for Grayscale XRP Trust. Holdings per share 22.90, day change 2.4. And then in the other screenshot 4 hours ago, net assets under management, holdings per share, and market price per share for our investment products. Total AUM 5.2 bill. So it's gone up by 100 million. But here you can see Grayscale XRP Trust has gone from this 3.7 to about $6.2 million. $23.35 per share, and day change 1.9%. That is actually really huge in my opinion. Really crazy. And the Bitcoin Trust actually has not changed that much in comparison. It's gone from 33 to about 41. Or at least I guess I should say 330 to about 410. I would have expected it to change even more now that Bitcoin is in such a strange flow as well. Because it's not only XRP that's been gaining right now, it's also Bitcoin. It's a lot of these coins actually. But really, XRP is just taking the crown once more. And it's actually the second time this week, at least that I'm seeing here, that XRP is taking the crown by far. Now, the last couple of days, I've also been telling you guys about a lot of this banking stuff, right? Been telling you about what the banks are doing over in the US and everywhere. And today, I'm actually going to be having a meeting with a Switzerland banker, actually a Zurich banker, And that is because it's an old friend of mine and I want to just discuss with him some of the theories. Of course, this is not going to be an official talk. It's going to be on the low, but I'll be reporting back what I find out. And actually, I traveled to Zurich right now. You can see the Google logo is from here. It's apparently a national day here as well. Or maybe you can see it at the bottom left. It's really, really crazy, but it's really, really fun as well. And it's such a crazy experience. So I really recommend it if you also can. Just go to some crazy countries and maybe try get yourself an appointment with just some important person or a person that you would like to meet. It's actually a little bit more simple than you might think. One of the strategies that one of my friends uses a lot is actually go over to LinkedIn and just try to see what type of connections you have, and then maybe look for somebody who works at the bank. And you know, kind of relate that further. At least in my circle, it's kind of easy. I don't know if it's for you guys as well, but it's something I really recommend people to do if you ever want to get some inside info from somebody who's really, you know, knowing more. And now, one thing you should not expect here is that they'll give you some insider secrets or, you know, some crazy info in that regard. What you can expect is just their personal opinion about the state of affairs, and that might also change your perspective about what the world is kind of up to right now, and just maybe your perspectives on really banking in general. It might enlighten you with a lot of crazy stuff. It could also be that he wants you to pay. You know, maybe you're gonna find something you're gonna be like, you know what, I'm gonna buy you lunch. Can you just have a little bit of talk with me about banks? Maybe something like that. Maybe it's gonna work. Maybe it doesn't. What do you have to lose, right? And that's also the attitude I had, and it worked out. Now, another thing I just wanted to say here is that really I've noticed that this Swiss gold and the connection with Ripple, not necessarily Swiss gold, but just, you know, gold in general, and the connection to companies like Ripple, but more specifically, again, the cryptocurrency XRP, and actually I should say precious metals to XRP, is really getting bigger and bigger and better. I'm really getting excited about the connection there, and I'm really also wondering how it's going to be rolling out. But another thing I wanted to say right there is just how kind of keen I am right now to getting these metals and finding the connection, because I've been noticing more and more that people are trying to get into them. All right, even though it might not look like the dollar prices are exactly at the highest point, or maybe, you know, it doesn't look like the crypto and gold necessarily are that correlated, or precious metals. They are. Trust me, guys, they are. And I'm really, really excited to explore the connection. And I'm really expecting as well that eventually everything will be able to be bought with XRP. I mean, gold and silver you can already buy. You can change and transfer them easily. However, I'm also assuming if, like silver, it's going to become kind of a same sort of asset. So right now, what we're seeing with silver in comparison to gold is, well, you can use silver for quite a lot more, right? But still, it's not a currency really. It's kind of a store of value, but also not, right? Because it's still something you use. It's quite I don't know how you say that, like something that's full of utility. It's really useful. And with XRP, it's kind of the same thing if you compare it to gold, right? XRP is really useful in a lot of things, but really at this point, people are not using it enough as a currency just quite yet. I'm seeing a lot of people use it as a liquidity provider, or that's kind of the purpose of it at all. But would that make it a currency all the way? Well, to a certain degree, you could say yes. To another degree, you could say, well, at this point, it's more like silver, where it's just really, really useful for a lot of different use cases, but people aren't really using it to pay, all right? People, same with gold, are kind of just keeping it as a storage and maybe to use it for the useful purposes. And with useful purposes, I do not include buying goods and services, but really just maybe buying different currencies and all of that stuff. And with gold, I guess the correlation to Bitcoin is really high because, well, what do you do with gold? You really don't use it for a lot of stuff. You just use it for holding or sometimes making jewelry, but mostly holding, right, is what people do. And same with Bitcoin. You don't really use it to buy or make things or do things at all. It's mostly holding. And I found the connection really interesting. Then I'm just going to say, you guys are going crazy with these Brad Garlinghouse mocking videos. Like, a lot of them are coming out here. Here is Aquaman. He says it's the liquidity king, with Aquaman, of course, being water. I like it. Yeah, a lot of these videos are popping up nowadays. I really, really find it fun. I enjoy them all. I'm watching them all. And I can always have a little bit of a giggle watching Brad Garlinghouse's face in stuff like that. Then, Philippines Central Bank mulls CBDC issuance. Central bank digital currency fever appears to be heating up across APAC region as the Philippines announces plans to study the possibility of issuing its own sovereign virtual coin. Now, this is really, really good. Really, really good. Why? Well, do we all know the connections between Ripple and the region over there, the APAC region? Yes, we do know. What is there so important about it? Well, Ripple has some huge ties to the APAC region, and in a couple of their interviews, they actually say that that's going to be one of the most important regions. Why? Well, I think it's because it's really emerging, right? Those markets there are quite behind, but they're really trying to pick up the pace. And also what I'm thinking is that it could be a lot simpler for them to ink a partnership with a government over in that region than, for example, the US or China or, I guess where we're at right now, like Switzerland or something like that. Because I think they're a lot more sturdy because they're a lot more advanced to a certain degree, but that was a lot more fast. Like they're just kind of stuck in the current system. And maybe something like the Philippines, which wants to maybe, just really excel in a certain product or something like that, or service, maybe, or just in a certain part of the economy. Yeah, maybe a partnership like that could work a lot easier, which is something I'm thinking about. Bitcoin hits 11.6K for the first time in a year as traders expect 15,000. All I'm going to say here is 12 point something. I guess here, like you can see it, 12 point something. This one, 12.2 or something. It's going to be another big resistance point. And I guess the next one is going to be all the way over here at about 13 point something thousand. You can clearly see it in the chart here. For the rest, we're kind of in the clear, right? There's actually a lot of possibilities for Bitcoin, as it's been such a long while since we got here that I think a lot of it has faded already a little bit. And people are really more eager to get into it, also because of the crumbling economy and the crumbling system that I talked to you guys about earlier. Then another cool thing, Bitpanda just posted, we will be listing VeChain very soon. So I don't know if you guys enjoy VeChain or like it, but really, really positive, really cool statement. I'm happy to see that as well. And yeah, just to summarize a little bit of what we got about today. First of all, Chris Larsen, he's not scamming you. He's not doing something crazy. Don't worry about it. Second of all, XRP is going up like crazy. I'm wondering if it's going to go to its true value, or really if it's just luck or the system falling apart like we've been talking about. Grayscale is doubling. The whales know, the billionaires know. They're knowing of what's going to be happening to the price, and that's why they're buying. It's no small joke. It's no small feat or anything like that. Also, guys, the 22nd of July, keep that date in the back of your head. The date that everything changed when banks were allowed custodial services for crypto. It really changed the game, and it made everything really, really spicy. Then, just the connection between XRP and silver is really, really a lot bigger than I ever could have expected it to be. Shout out to Frank Guzzi for telling me that at first, because I never really thought about it too much. Then, again, XRP specifically will be the liquidity king, but Brad Garlinghouse, I guess, is going to be the king of the king. Philippines really popping up in CBDCs, hoping for a connection with Ripple or XRP. There's a higher possibility of it happening here than over in China or any of the other regions that are really working hard on the CBDC, just because, again, once more, they're a lot less developed and more emerging. So we could ink up a cool partnership. Bitcoin is going to go huge, and Bitpanda is going to list VeChain for all the VeChain lovers. All right, guys, but that was it for this video. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you press the like button and subscribe, and I would definitely see you guys again in another crypto video.